Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.
Hello and welcome to the Horse Racing Ireland Racing Preview with me, Sarah Barton, and my colleague Martin Murphy. Today we're covering racing at Leopardstown on Sunday the 4th of November and also Cork. So we'll look first at Leopardstown, I think, where the going is soft at the moment. And the first race is off at 12:55. We're going to go first to the feature race on the day, which is the last race. It's a good way of keeping people racing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's off at 4:05. And of course it's the Leopardstown November Handicap run over 2 miles. There's 19 going to post in this, and of course off top weight we have the good mare Shoe Lewis, who was a very good bumper mare and then was 7th in the Irish Cesarewitch and then won recently at Gorham Park very well. Down off the bottom weight is Loch Ferrib, who's a very consistent and versatile horse, running on the flat over hurdles and over fences, and I think he'd have a big chance off a low weight.
Absolutely.
How would the draw affect them in this, Martin, and who would be your...
Well, I think over 2 miles there the draw wouldn't be too much of a problem. I think you're right about Loch Ferrib. He makes plenty of appeal with Wayne Lorden of only 8 stone 5. He's been very shrewdly placed by his trainer John Hassett. Won well at the Stall Festival, handles the very soft ground, was a third to Valours de course in the Irish Cesarewitch lately. Now she won by 10 lengths on that occasion, but it was a good performance to finish third, and certainly off 8 stone 5 I certainly would recommend him each way. However, it is a very tough race. Shoe Lewis has a very good mare as well, but top weight here with 10 stone, it's going to be hard to beat some well handicapped rivals. The one that's most likely favoured is the Willie Mullins train Call Me Bubbles. He's only raced 3 times this year. He won well at Roscommon, the big gamble, and then followed up by beating Inishman at the Galway Festival. But that form is rock solid because Inishman came out just 24 hours later and won a big handicap, and then went on at one of the Stole. So Call Me Bubbles has a rock solid chance. He was second in last time over a mile and 6 at Leopardstown to I Have a Dream, which ran well in the English Cesarewitch for Aidan O'Brien. So I can see Call Me Bubbles starting around 7-2, 3-1. He really does have an excellent chance. Another 3-year-old there with a chance is Show Court from Dermawell Yard. The Dermawell has won this twice in the last 3 years with the likes of Vital Passage and Hidden Universe 12 months ago. So Show Court has only ran 3 times. He won over a mile and a half at Leopardstown early on the year. Didn't do too badly, went second to Macbeth in a winner's race at Roscommon on soft ground in August. I think he's been laid out for this, and you'd have to respect his chances with Lee Roche on board. There's lots of them, of course, that you could give chances to. Bondage won well last time over hurdles at Cheltenham. The ground might be behind the soft side for him. The one I do like each way, and the one I'd recommend, is a horse called Citizenship, trained by Jessica Harrington, who has been in great form of late. I know him finishing very well over a mile and a half at Leopardstown last Saturday week, so that's only 8 days ago. So he finished 5th on that occasion. He did win the big MCR hurdle at Leopardstown early on in January. He won over 2 miles and won at Killarney as well. I think with Niall McCullough on board, I'd recommend him each way. I think I can't see him out of the first 3. He loved the trip. He wouldn't want the ground to go too soft, so hopefully it won't be too much rain over the weekend. But I think about 10 or 12-1, he's my bet each way.
So there's plenty in with the chance in the November handicap to make it a cracking race on Sunday. We'll go to a race earlier in the card, the 4th race off at 2:35, which is the one of 2 listed races on the day. It's the Knockair Stakes listed race for 3 years old and up over 7 furlongs. Now I think we're both siding with Lady Wingshot for the Jim Bulger yard in this race. Of course, she's been running enlisted in Group Company. Group 3 company this year, winning a listed in a Group 3 race already. She reopposes Cool Agree again, and I'd say those 2 would probably be the top 2 in the market.
I'd say they will, and Ronan Whelan has been champion apprentice this year, and it would be great to see him win this listed race. He's been a top class rider for Jim Bulger and should have a very good future. Lady Wingshot looks rock solid. The twice she's ran over 6 furlongs, she's been finishing fairly well. I think just 7 is just ideal for her. She was beaten last time by Yellow Rosebud, her old rival, at Tipperary in the Concord Stakes. However, I do think Coon Agree has a really good chance this time on Sunday. She's meeting her slightly better off at the weights. She's been beaten twice by her, only by a length, and maybe I think it was only 3 parts of a length the last time. So I think Coon Agree, Declan McDonough on board, getting £5 off her. She hasn't had such a hard season as maybe Lady Wingshot, and she might be a bit of value around 7-2 or 4-1 to beat her on Sunday.
So it might be good for the tote exacta. So we go on then to Cork on Sunday. The going here at the moment is yielding on the hurdle bumper course and yielding to soft on the steeplechase course. And of course the Cork Grand National is the feature race on Sunday. It's sponsored by Paddy Power, and it's a Grade B run over 3 miles 4, so a very testing trip for all horses involved on Sunday. It's going off at 2:15 and there's 18 going to post. I think my selection, I suppose, would be for Desi Hughes, who's in flying form at the moment. Razda Marie, he's at 5 starts over fences with 2 wins. And considering the yard's form, I would have to opt for him, I think, in this, even though there is some good horses in Bertie's Dream, Tharawat, The Bishop Looney, I think, won it last year.
That's right, yeah.
So
it's interesting, sorry, you mentioned the Bishop Looney. He's only £6 higher now. He loves a 3.5 mile distance. Like, he does have to leave a poor run behind him in the Munster National last time out, but I wouldn't rule out his chances. As I said, the 3.5 mile trip really suits him, and he could go very well. Another good chance there would be Drimmed Hall. He's another one that won over 3.5 mile actually at Punchtown last year in May, and he should, love the trip again, and he could go well. He's better than his form figures would suggest, and certainly if there's any money in him, I would take note of that one. But I do agree with you. I think Razdamari is an improving sort. He didn't look the most likely winner of the Munster National last time for much of the journey, but I think his staying power is exceptional, and this 3.5 mile trip will suit him to the ground. He's up £9, but as you say, Desi Joe is absolutely flying, and his jockey Brian Cooper certainly is having a tremendous time. A treble last week there at the last bank holiday at Galway, winners there during the week, Punchtown again at Clonmel yesterday. So you can't ask for a jockey in better form. I think Razdamari is good enough to cope with the £9 rise and probably win this one. Bertie's Dream, former winner at Albert Bartle Hurdle, hasn't really done as well over fences, but showed a bit more life in him last year, and with Henry de Bromhead training him now as well, I think he's got an each way chance. But for me, Razdamari, I think will do the double, the Munster National and the Cork Grand National. And
do you think he'll go off favourite?
I think he probably will, but maybe around 7-2, 4-1, maybe 9-2. It's a wide open
value.
Still good value. Hopefully so anyway.
Okay, so we go back a race then to the second race of the day, which is the Paddy Power 1-800 721 821 EBF Novice Hurdle Grade 3. Again, this is a very competitive event with 12 going to post in this. My selection would be, I was very impressed with the Rule of the World, who won at Punchestown first time out by a big distance, I think of about, what was it?
13 lengths.
13 lengths, and he really impressed me on that day, and seemed I mean, I know he's going up to 3 miles now, and that was a 2 mile win, but and he's lacking in experience, but he really impressed me that day, so I'd give him a chance.
Yeah, he's probably going to start favourite, I would say. He's a horse really on reputation. Like, he was a good point-to-point horse as well. He looks a real ready-made chaser in the future. Interesting, they're stepping him up from 2 miles to 3 miles already after just winning on his first start, and he is taking a step up and grade here, taking on some useful horses, as I say. Dara Tango won well last time, and Clonmel, and I think Ruby Walsh on board obviously must have a good chance. And also another one there, he didn't run so well last time, Beachdale Lad, but the ground on Sunday will suit him better. And also Dutch Embrandt won over 3 miles of Cork at the last meeting, so you'd have to respect it. But I think Rule of the World, if he's going to be the horse that people think he is, he probably will win this one here. But I do like Beachdale Lad each way.
Okay, so our selections for Cork and Leopardstown will appear on the screen shortly, and next week we'll be looking at Naas on Saturday and Navan and Limerick on Sunday. Enjoy the racing, and thanks for watching.
Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.